get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jarek McKinnon, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, here's Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they'll take him. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Throwing now is Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Bortles. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. So here comes the 49er offense yet again. Let's discuss the 49er running game while they trot out there. Carlos Hyde is, of course, gone. He's now in Cleveland. What do you make of the backfield as we move into 2018?
A little bit jumbled right now here in the preseason because of a lot of injuries. Jarek McKinnon, who came over from Minnesota, expected to be their lead back. He's dinged up, will not play the rest of the preseason. Neither will Matt Breida nor Joe Williams. All of them out of action. So right now, the top two runners, Raheem Mostert and Jeremy McNichols. McNichols from Boise State was with Tampa for a while last year before signing with the 49ers. And Mostert, as a kid, offered a surfing contract at one point before becoming an NFL running back.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Over the middle, and he's got good and complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now McKinnon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They run it with McKinnon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They run with Breida, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll get it.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Eli Harold. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bortles. And that is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. San Francisco's offense back onto the field. And take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Dwight Clark, one of the great ones back in June, and the Niners announced that this year they're going to wear number 87 logo on their helmets. A fitting tribute. A fitting tribute indeed. One of the all-time greats for the San Francisco 49ers. And I often think how they saw him and got him on the team. And he's very... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
11, 11. 12, 12. 12, 12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80. Move.
The pitch to Fournette. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Toss. It's McKinnon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go.
Bortles now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Bortles. His throw incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That will complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. On first and 10, here's Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Doug.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. In for the score. And the Jaguars are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if the offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, hey, we got to get in the AFC Week 1 talk. We talked about the NFC and what to look forward to on their schedule, but there's some great AFC games as well.
And many people believe the AFC West is as good a division as there is in the NFL. How about this for an opener? The Kansas City Chiefs headed to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, the new quarterback for KC, has to deal with the pass rush of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram of the Los Angeles Chargers. And a second one that catches my eye is Houston at New England. The Texans always trying to measure themselves against the Patriots. Now they get back to Sean.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And all the way up to the 49. A big play there. Bortles to Lee. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Bortles. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a play fake. Bortles. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 3rd down, Fournette. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. On the run. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 48 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Bohan to the fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Bortles going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Back to throw, Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Sunday.
To throw is Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 11. Six. Take it. Go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hurry up. 11.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Garoppolo. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Move. Move. Move.
Bortles going to throw here. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got